On this video blog, I want to touch on the idea that in the votes for leaving the EU, we have hit a significant amount of turmoil. The first one I want to talk about is the resignation of our Prime Minister. And I think this is an interesting development because I think, and it's probably the right one, in my opinion, it's probably the right one because he believed in something and he was asked to carry out a decision against his will. And so he said, look, it's not me. I believe we should have done the other thing. And so whoever believes we should have done this one, leave. Let them carry the baton because it's right that they should negotiate our way out and take decisions on how the country is going to progress now that we've voted to leave. And so I think it was the right thing for him to do. And it's one of principle. In small business, we need to have the principles as leaders and demonstrate we work those principles. So, for example, in our business, we are, depending on whether it's the accountancy side of the business or the business development, the coaching, mentoring, consulting side of our business, it depends on who the client is and what they want. But we are very choosy on the clients we take on especially on the business development side, the Profit Multiplier program. We want to make sure that we can actually help the person, and if we can't, as leaders, we've got to demonstrate to our team and to our clients that we're willing to say no. And I will say, unfortunately, I don't think we can help you to. Over a third of applicants who applied to us to join our Profit Multiplier program. Because what I don't want to do is damage my feeling of giving value by not being able to add value because I've picked the wrong client just because I want their income. And what I found in life is that when you are true to that, you get what you need. You get the extra business because you find the people who really want to use your service and advice, and you're able to make the most of that relationship, and you haven't spoiled a whole load of other relationships along the line where you couldn't have helped, and you probably knew there was a niggling doubt in your mind that whether you could have helped them or not. So there is the issue on that is, are you demonstrating to your team the principles, or do you suggest those principles on the website, and then when you actually on the ground, do your team go, well, actually, we say this in our website, but we don't actually follow through? Because that doesn't really build a loyal team. It doesn't build a team that knows where they're going and how to work with clients, because they're not sure, because they're not following through on what the mission or the strategy and the value proposition of the business is. And that in the long term reduces the amount of profits you can make. It reduces the amount of value you offer clients, and adds to the potential of the demise of the business, because in the long term, especially nowadays with social media being so prevalent, if you upset people, it's all over the place very quickly, and the word spreads very quickly, and certainly you don't want that. So hopefully that's given you a bit of thought. I mean, it's a shame that we've lost what I thought was a good Prime Minister. He's done some really interesting things. He's raised taxes on the wealthy. Now it hurts me and it hurts my clients, but it's what the country needed, and I respect that. I respect that he did that because he's a man of. He said what he was going to do, and he's a man of principle to that extent, and he's demonstrated principle once again by resigning. And unfortunately, it's left us a bit rudderless for the next month or three, but it'll come good. It'll come good. So don't forget, if you like some of these bits of thinking, just examine how you as leader in your business and how you're perceived by your team. Is everything in a line? Are you saying one thing to your clients and the same thing to your team? Is that sense of purpose all the way through the business? And if it is, you'll know, because you're going to be rocking ahead. I look forward to speaking to you soon. Don't forget, link it, share it, comment on it, and tell us what you think. All the best. Goodbye.